Turn the volume up. Things are about to get raunchy.
Welcome back to Raunchy Regret. I had all the words right.
Fucking loser.
Well,
2 weeks
Welcome
in a
into
row.
Raunchy Regret Podcast, because I fucked that all up.
no regrets.
This is B-word. No regrets, dude. No
Can you hit that,
regrets.
can you hit that music
record.
for me, B-word? Yeah.
This one?
You ever been so fucking stupid that you don't know how to intro a podcast? Well, that's what it's like to drive a Ford F-150. Built Ford tough. How was that?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Noise.
That's a fact. Yeah, dude. I've been away from podcasting for a little bit. It feels like, because we recorded last week, and then I was able to edit it and get it turned around for the episode. And then normally two guys in a dart will send me their shit, and it's usually late, so I'm going to call them out and say, "Fucking hurry up, send me the shit." And then Gnome and Stone tend to send me the Hateful Gnome usually the night before, but I was out of town this week, at the end of the week, and libations and gummies and all the good things, and had a phenomenal time, and I wasn't chased by any steam this time, so that was good.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then again,
boy.
I just kind of took it and went to sleep, so maybe that was the case too. So
Did you dream?
But yeah, I had. No, not dude. I think I didn't even toss or turn, bro.
He woke up. He wasn't sucking his thumb, but his butt was sucking his thumb. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, it's funny too, because
like.
I think I sent it in the chat where it was the difference between indica and sativa, and it was using
Forrest
Forrest Whitaker's
Whitaker
eyes.
Dude, I saved that picture. I was like, it's so good.
I was Forrest Whitaker's lazy eye this weekend for sure after that. So
Nice.
but yeah, good time in wine country, man. We got this Airbnb. It looked like a castle, but it was really like an Italian villa. Like, you know, it was up against the mountainscapes and all that sort of shit. It was a blast, dude. I had a blast. But enough about my weekend. Stone, how was yours, buddy? How was your week?
It was good. I finished up the last week of this bullshit science class. It's done. Almost done. I just got a little finishing touch on this lab to do when we get off here, and then submit it, and then we're done. And then I go right back into accounting 300 classes. So, all right. Right back into lease accounting. Let's go, baby. You know how it is. We're going to do it. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm shooting for an A. Fuck it. Let's drop an edible while we read this shit. Who knows? Maybe I'll get some socks accounting on the, I don't know what I'm saying. Be honest, B-word, you probably know more than I do. I'm just trying to pass these classes here, man. And you know what?
Bro,
all
there's
this
website.
weekend. Yeah, all this weekend was pretty much just crunch, and sprinkle in a little bit of time with kid. I did get to take her over to Wally Wombats for the first time. And I got to say,
What the fuck
who
is
the fuck
Wally?
were
I
these
was just going to
places
ask the same
when
thing.
I was a
What the
kid?
fuck's a
Is
Wally
that
Wombat?
like a fucking Dollar General Chuck E. Cheese?
So
It's attached to Walmart.
So the Stone Safe House just rolled out its kids' playground called Wally Wombats. Watch out for the needles, kids.
we use
where you give 'em a Benadryl
recycled
gummy.
syringes for our floors instead of like wood chips. You know what I'm saying?
like those kids, the take-home bags you get from like kids' birthday parties. Like it's just a bottle of NyQuil. It's not even the kids' version; it's the adults' version.
Oh, that's good stuff.
No, but I took her over there, and it's this giant, like, it's not like an indoor trampoline place, but it's like a giant kids jungle gym with a whole bunch of shit in there. Like, I was a giant ball pit and shit, and I was like, dude, where the fuck was this shit when I was a kid? Like, damn, okay. And they're kind of like popping up everywhere now. Next time, Gnome, you're in town, we got to take Ellie and Avery over there, because Avery had a blast, and she had a couple friends show up, and we were there probably a good 3.5 hours. Like, the time just went like this, and I was sitting there shooting the shit with a couple of my friends too, and damn, that was awesome. But yeah, it was pretty much just that, and crunch time at school. And that was really about it. Another week in the book at work, and
We had a
That
place
kinda
like
shit was
that
over.
growing up. It was called Discovery Zone.
Yeah.
And
oh shit, dude, that's a core memory. I didn't even know that
bro.
I remembered.
Yeah, we had one in Vegas too.
Holy shit!
Discovery Zone. My God,
That's where your parents would drop you off in the casino before they drop $2,000 on
Kids
the
Quest.
Kids Quest, yeah, that's another one. Yeah,
that was one that I think we only got to go to. I think maybe twice in my lifetime, just because that was where all the rich kids went.
they were like, "We got
because
Discovery
it was
Zone at home." It's called the lake in the back.
Now everybody's got their own
called
goddamn Ninja
McDonald's
Warrior
ball
fucking
pit.
course.
The lake? You mean that little strip of pond in our backyard that's just rainwash?
You want another beating? Get the fuck
right.
out of here.
So, Beezy, how was your week, dude?
It was good, man. This past weekend, it was one of my best friend's birthdays. He has a little birthday party. And I ended up dropping a handful of Benjamins, and we had an old school Nerf battle. So that was a shitload of fun, and I realized I'm too goddamn fat to be monkey rolling, and I can no longer do that. That was good to know. I found that out. And then, after I was super sore, I took a couple Addies. I like my Addies sugar-coated, and didn't fucking help because I woke up on Sunday, and then I had to hang fucking cabinets in my garage. So I'm still a little sore. That's why I've got a porter, and I've got some whiskey.
Speaking of the sugar-coated Addies, they're kind of like M&M Nuprin. You know, they're little, yellow, but they're full of sugar. And it's amazing.
Are we talking about Adderall? What the fuck are we talking about?
Advil, baby.
Advil.
Advil. There we
It's
go.
the grown-up Addy.
I'm
Started out in the same
We're
day, like,
dude,
you just dropping
the
Adderall?
hell?
I'm like, what? I don't
dropping
think that's how
Adderall
that
over here?
works.
I was like, how are you tired? I'm like, you should. Those cabinets would have been up in 30 minutes. To code and everything.
Stoned, I do want to circle back, man. There's a website called Chegg, Chegg. You can pay a nominal fee for 30 days and get all the answers to your accounting stuff. Nomi, how was your week?
I don't buy that website for a fucking second.
I put in my credit card information, and all of a sudden I got purchases in fucking
You're either,
Portugal.
you're
Like,
either
what?
gonna be supporting a Nigerian prince, or you're gonna have a mail order bride with one eye and 3 legs coming your way.
Hold on, I'm going to change my name to Phyllis so this fits the
Oh
bill.
man.
Phyllis fell for it again. Good old Phyllis.
My week was good. It was a good week. Last night was pretty comical. I was looking for this book for my daughter when I was putting her to bed, and I couldn't find it, and I was getting really frustrated. And so finally I was just like, for fuck's sake, where's this thing? And my daughter looks at me and she goes, Daddy, no fuck's sake. You can't say fuck's sake. And I'm like, just dead ass serious.
That's right. You can't say for fun.
I'm like, you're absolutely right. I won't say that again. We also, because she wanted to watch it, I guess, because of the costumes, and now our whole household is hooked on The Masked Singer. It's definitely not my cup of tea normally, but I'm actually enjoying it. It's been pretty fun. We went back to season 4, and we're just going to plow all the way through.
Binge it all.
Yeah, it was pretty comical, though, because she wanted to watch one of the newer episodes, and they were like, oh, this so-and-so from season 4, the winner, and then they, the person comes on stage and starts singing. I didn't even have time to do anything. I look at my wife, I'm like, well, that season's gone, but whatever. But yeah, anyway, like it. We also I built a little patio for the grill and the smoker this weekend, so that was good.
Ooh.
Raked out some rocks and then cut out that plastic that goes over, the landscape plastic, and watered the ground and shucked up the mud a little bit, tampered it down so it was semi-flat, and then went and bought the paving stones and put them down on Sunday and made a little 6x5 foot area for the grill and the smoker. So, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It sounds to me like it's on B-Word this week to fucking do some DIY shit. Because me and you did this weekend, and then Stone did some fucking plumbing shit. Was it last weekend or weekend before?
Yeah, he sucked off his neighbor. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Hey, it counts.
Yeah.
It counts.
There you go.
He was laying pipe.
Speaking of laying pipe,
It was gushing, let me tell you.
I unclogged the toilet at the Airbnb, so that's a little
Well,
DIY right there.
It doesn't count if you clog it, though.
It counts if you stick your arm in there and grab the shit out.
That's how I did it, bro.
You got to have a poop
I
knife.
did go gadget shit grabber, and
That is probably the alpha of alpha moves right there. If you just stick your hand in the shitter and grab that holy cannoli right out of there,
Just whole hog the log.
dude, real life story, bro.
No means.
Real life story. So in my day, I don't even remember how old I was, but I was in a daycare, so it was probably like I might have been kindergarten, first grade, somewhere in there.
12 or 13.
They had a boys' bathroom which had two toilets kind of next to each other without like a stall, right? Which was always weird to me as a kid. Never really understood that. So if you had to shit, you could literally just like look to the right or depending on what toilet you're on, look to the right or the left, and you can see somebody else shitting next to you, right? But then on the wall, they had two urinals, right? And, of course, everything's, like, size appropriate and stuff, so you can wash your hands or whatever. Swear to God, this kid, I walk in one day, and he's at the far toilet, and I walk in, and he's got a two-hander, like he just holding a bass.
That's a lunka.
Like he just caught a big fish, and he just looks at it, and he goes, "This is massive." And I just remember looking at him like, yeah, and that's gross, dude. You should probably flush it.
That's why you don't let the tards go to the bathroom by themselves. Like, damn.
Oh, man.
They need supervision always.
At least it wasn't an all-you-can-eat buffet, I'll tell you that much.
That's a fucking king-size Snickers. Damn.
That's a king-size
Did you get that out of the chocolate fountain? What are we doing here? Come on. What the
Serve
fucking
some
golden
room for
corral
later,
is this?
Augustus.
All right, boys. Well, this is my rundown this week. We'll see how good it is by the end of it. But the next segment that I'm going to introduce, and let me backstory on this. I was watching, I don't remember what I was watching, but it was something on TV. And a Ford commercial comes on, and the Ford commercial plays the music. We all know what this music is, right? And so we sit here and we're like, we just listen to it, and you get that gruff voice, and he tells you why you should buy a Ford F-150. And I was like, God damn it, why don't we do that shit? And I text you guys like a month ago when this happened, and I was like, when my rundown comes around, we're doing Ford commercials. So we're doing Ford commercials, baby, and that's what's happening. And whether you want to change the product, you want to do some other commercial, the theme is the same. And I know that a couple of you have some good ones, and I know BZ is waiting for it. So I'm going to start with BZ first. So BZ, let me bring in the music, and then bring it in for us, man. Give us your first commercial.
You know that feeling when you're wiping your ass and plunge two knuckles deep into your balloon knot, contemplating why you enjoyed it? Well, that's what it's like to drive the new Ford F-150.
Can I go next? Mine kind of piggybacks
I fucking
on that
love
one.
that. I love that. All right, Nomi, yes, you will go next. So I'm going to play the music, and then you come in.
You know that feeling you get when you don't wipe good enough, and now you're walking around your local Wally World with an itch only God could scratch? Well, that's what it's like to drive a Ford F-250. Built Ford tough.
God damn it, I love it. I absolutely love it.
With an itch that only God can scratch.
Oh, that's funny. All right, Stone, I'm going to go to you next. So music and then go.
Mine's lengthy. Be prepared.
I've got a minute and 1 second for you to do whatever you want. So here we go.
You ever been underneath your truck trying to change the oil? When it broke open and spurred all over you? Then you tried to get out from underneath and the jack from Harbor Freight fell, pinning you against the car and the ground. Then a recently released Big Bubba prison inmate walking past you, struggling to get out, sees your ass in the air all greased and oiled up, comes over and says, "Oh no, step bro, you gotten yourself stuck underneath the truck with oil and grease all over you. I'll help you get out." Then he pulls down your pants and shows you what the San Quentin dick down really is all about while getting your lungs crushed. Well, that's what it's like driving the Ford F-150. Built Ford tough. Shout out to Big Bubba.
It was fucking great.
While getting your lungs crushed.
one's real short.
It's gonna be hard to top that one, bro.
I know that one might have been saved till the end.
Holy
It
shit!
was so hard not to start bursting into laugh.
Made it.
Oh,
All right.
help me, Tom
I
Cruise.
guess I'll fall on the sword for this one. So I don't think I'm gonna match your guys' creativeness, but here we go. Are you a vertically challenged individual? Do you have a problem getting on the toilet? Have you heard of the squatty potty? Well, turn that shit upside down and you got yourself a bladder ladder. You hop on that boy and you sit on that porcelain and you wag your fucking legs. That's what it's like to drive a Ford F-150.
Where do I get one of them? Can I get two of those? Make it three.
He's got to stack them so he can get on his shit.
He needs FedEx overnight ASAP.
All right, so I'm gonna go Stone first this round. So Stone, let's get your short one going since you word vomited on the last one in such a blissful way. So here we go.
You ever been nut punched so hard you shit out all the preparation H tubes you ever lost in your asshole? That's what it's like driving a Ford F-150. Built for it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
You lost it right at the end. You were fucking money.
I was right there. You know what came to mind? What came to mind was that gif of Peter Griffin when he shuts the hood and it shows like him spitting out his Snickers. It just looks like an asshole shitting. It's all that came in my mind, and I couldn't help it.
Oh, shit.
Oh fuck!
I'll go next if you want.
All right, Gnome. Let's go. Here's the music.
You know that feeling you get when you're having a good ass dream and all of a sudden you gotta pee like there's no fucking tomorrow and you finally find a toilet and you just let her fucking rip and then you wake up to find you've pissed the entire fucking bed? Well, that's what it's like to drive a Ford F-150. Built Ford tough.
I fucking love that.
Get your new
That's
mattresses. Brought to you by Musk.
This episode's brought to you by Ford F-150.
Ford, shout us out. Let's go.
Like, we got some free trucks for you guys, and it's just fucking chop shop bullshit trucks. From like
Better not be one of them fucking electric ones.
All right, I'm gonna go next, and then Beezy will go with you. So here we go. Have you ever been given a blowjob of your life and you forgot to tickle the grapes? And you reach your hand up only to find out that the grapes are false grapes and that the dick in your mouth is from your mom? If so, that's what it's like to drive a Ford F-150.
You know, I gotta say,
Your mom?
I have one more, but I'm saving it for the end of the episode, our little outro area for those people still listening that like the outro things we do.
All
but
two of them.
But it's funny. Yeah, all two of you. Well, yeah, I enjoy them too. 2.5. It's funny that what you just went with, because it's almost like you stole some of that from my next one, which is just fucking great. So anyway, Beezus up.
All right. Let's go over to Beezus. Here we go.
You ever been parking the beef bus in Tuna Town after hoovering a quarter pound of Columbia Bam Bam out of your gimp's ass crack, only to come out of that fever dream having used your friend's granny as a sock puppet to read her own obituary at her funeral that you were leading the ceremony on? That's what it's like to drive a Ford F-350. Built Ford tough.
I don't know about you gentlemen, but my chair is wet.
We just call this episode Built Ford Tough.
Built Ford Tough is the fucking name. Not even 30 minutes in, we got
All
it.
of us inside of a Ford.
Oh, shit.
Built Ford Moist.
I'm proud of you boys.
I've been looking forward to this
was
segment
awesome.
since the second you fucking talked about it. And then
100%.
And then when you dropped it in the thing like you said you were going to, all week long, was so amped for it. So amped.
Yeah. This was exciting.
All right, boys. Well, that's going to get us to our next segment, and that is...
I'm coming in blind!
All right, boys. So one of my favorite films is a comedy. It's called The Happy Time Murders. You guys ever see this film?
No.
No.
So The Happy Time Murders is done by one of Jim Henson's relatives. He uses entirely puppets. And it's a battle, if you will, between puppets and humans. It kind of wraps in this Roger Rabbit kind of storyline, if you will. And one of the things about it that I love is it's absolutely perverted and it's 18 plus.
Doesn't it have that puppet, like a purple puppet that kind of looks like Peanut from Jeff Dunham? Or am I
Yeah,
thinking
kinda
of
I think I
like
know
that.
what you're talking about. Yeah.
I know what you're talking of, yes.
In the very beginning, this puppet walks into a puppet porn store and finds itself a fucking octopus jacking off a fucking cow.
Nice.
This is the type of movie that I'm talking about, okay? So it's hilarious. I recommend you guys watching it. Don't include your kids. So that being the case, coming in blind, top 3 films you want to see remade with Muppets.
Ooh.
I'll go first. Strip Tease. Demi Moore, Woody Harrelson. I'd love to see that just whole stripper thing done with Muppets. I just think any stripper film should be done with Muppets. I think that would be a blissful thing for me to watch. Movie number 2. The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas should be done with Muppets.
Legit.
Because I think you could do that shit with Muppets, and you could probably even make it to where it's family friendly for 13 plus. Last movie. I want The Wolf of Wall Street done with Muppets. I want the snorting coke out of an asshole from a straw done with a goddamn Muppet.
Didn't they do that in
My Ford commercial? Yeah.
no Team America World Police? Didn't they do something like that?
Yeah,
they had
they
that,
did
that
something-
wild
something
sex
like that.
scene, but
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is wild.
it was just like Ken doll on a Barbie doll.
It was like
They did the pile drive move and everything. It was
Yep.
like gonorrhea from
right.
a slow person.
Yeah, slow clap. So I'm going to throw it over to Stoned. So Stoned hasn't had enough opportunity to Google,
Giggles.
at least go down the Google lists. So Stoned, give me your top 3 films that you want redone with Muppets.
First and foremost, Die Hard. Because fuck yeah. Why not?
Yippee-ki-yay, Muppet fucker.
I love that. That's so insane.
amazing.
Hell yeah. That'd be the shit. Plus, I want to see those puppeteers try to get their fucking puppets through the goddamn ceiling. Like, oh, we didn't fucking think this through the goddamn air shaft. We can't get it fucking through. The ceiling fucking stuck. Where the wires get stuck. The next one I want to see is a Girl Next Door. I think that would be fucking hilarious. Just like seeing a Muppet just like trying to wrap a condom around a fucking cucumber. And then just seeing one Muppet beat the fuck out of the other one at that house over fucking porn. And then the last one I would love to see is Dukes of Hazzard.
Ooh.
I would love to see some Muppets jump
nice.
fucking generally. And I would love to see a Muppet with some Daisy.
All right, you already know that scene. I can create that scene for you right now. It is the General Lee Hot Wheels car, and then they just shitty film it.
Built
That
for
is
Tough
fantastic.
Australia.
Bill floor tub.
Yeah, the General Lee's now made by Ford.
If we ever start a production studio that's like going into Hollywood and movies, we have to name it Built for Tough.
Yeah, because we can jump those hurdles.
Can't
That's
see
funny
us,
shit.
bitch.
All right, Nomi, what you got?
I'm going to stick with the theme of watching something fun, of having a hard time trying to make the Muppets do this. So I'm going to pick Top Gun. Your choice, original or Maverick, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's going to be hysterical
I like
and virtually impossible, but I think it'd be fun. Next up, Zombieland. I think Zombieland would be a really fun Muppet movie.
Nice.
Bill fucking Murray. Got any regrets? Well, Garfield, maybe.
And then lastly, for the sole comedic point of view, and I think this is a staple that should be a Muppet movie now, is American Pie. Because who doesn't want to see a Muppet fuck a apple pie?
Hell, yes. I like
But
that.
it won't be a regular apple pie. It'll be one of those McDonald's apple pies for size proportion, you know?
It's a Popeyes. Popeyes is the best one.
That's a
Popeyes,
perfect pocket pussy right there.
Again, when Nadia strips, perfect Muppet scene.
Yeah, right?
100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%. All right, Beezy, close this one out.
Pulp Fiction has to be
Yes,
done.
dude.
Has to be fucking done because there's so much shit going on in that movie, and there's so many fucking different puppets you could have that would be brilliant. Really, any Tarantino flick I think could handle a Muppet remake. But
Inglourious Bastards.
I thought about that one. I thought about that one.
that was my second.
about that one.
That was my second idea. And then I ended up settling on Cliffhanger. Because they're already pretty much the whole movie's on fucking
They're already on
wireline. So. And then for my final one, go with me on this. Team America World Police, but the puppets are puppeteering the puppets. So you have an inception going on.
Okay. I got you.
Wow. The student becomes the teacher. I love that. The one that I thought that Stone was going to say, because he brought up fight. Could you imagine a Muppet Fight Club?
Yeah, I would love to see that.
Wouldn't that be so? They're just sitting there making soap, bro. out of human fat.
How are they gonna fucking pour the lye and then the lie's burning, but like you can't set it on fire? So I'm like, how are they gonna get that done? But it would be fucking visually stunning.
Oh, it'd be so good. Well, boys, that's my coming in blind. So with that, let's take a real quick break, and we'll be right back.
The Raunchy Regret Podcast.
I'll bring you guys back to Mad TV back in the day. Y'all remember Miss Swan?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So she's looking like a man.
Two guys in a dart.
Sorry,
And-
I had to rub my ear hole out real quick.
Are you all right, buddy?
It just felt so good. I'm sorry.
This is usually the behind the scenes content that you're getting, but I'm leaving it right here in this episode. We are not taking that out.
Unfiltered discussions.
So you feel like the forgiveness is actually better for you in general?
That was a big reason that the therapist was like, you do have to choose. And the only way you can get that inner peace is by forgiving.
And the Hateful Gnomes Music Hut.
Like our last episode, we're rolling right into another band.
Hell yeah! When I saw your drummer, I saw he was wearing an obituary shirt, and I was like, yeah, let's fucking go, dude.
Follow B Word Media Group on social media at BWORD Media GRP.
Welcome back to Raunchy Regret. This is B-Word, and I'm here with a full crew. So, boys, I was having this thought. So we haven't really addressed it here on the podcast. We've talked a lot about it in our message group and stuff, but we've got a fight coming up this summer that I first want to get your take on.
Yes.
Just so that way we could talk about it on the podcast. And then I'm going to transition that into something else. So we've got Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul happening toward the end of July. Now, I think all of us would assume that Prime versus Prime, Mike Tyson's hard to compete with anybody. But
even in his,
my guy's about 60 years old.
Dude, have you seen any of his training shit?
I have.
Scared
He's scary.
Holy Christ!
He's scary.
He's a fucking machine.
There was a I think it was a Rogan podcast, or it was on his podcast. But either way, somebody asked him why he doesn't train anymore. Now, this is several years ago, and he says that because he doesn't like who he is when he's a fighter. Like, it scares him.
He bites people's ears
his
and
ego.
shit.
And if you think about all that, I mean, it's kind of fucked because the guy does get fucking dangerous, right?
Yeah.
So this got me thinking, if we were going to fight a celebrity, because this is just an exhibition match, like I'm pretty sure if I asked all of us right now, we would probably all agree that Mike Tyson should win this fight. Whether he does or not is a different thing, but he should win the fight.
Then yes.
If it was a real fight.
See,
yes.
I don't know. I feel all the publicity and all that bullshit's going around, and they're always like, yeah, it's going to be staged. You already know so-and-so is going to win. Tyson just has never really struck me as a guy that's all about the pageantry of the paparazzi. And with some of the stuff that I've seen on TikTok and what have you, there's some really brutal looking shit where Paul is talking some nonsense, and then it cuts to a video of Tyson just fucking million-mile-a-minute throwing punches. You're like, oh fuck! And he goes, I don't fuck around. I'm gonna win. And I got a feeling he reminds me of the Pikey in fucking Snatch. Like, he's supposed to throw the fight in the third round, but he's probably got side bets, and he's going to take this shit first round in first couple of minutes.
Yeah, I think that Tyson in particular, I just don't know that the competitive goes away. You know what I mean? No. So I don't think he's going to throw. I don't think he's going to throw the fight. And I know Tyson likes to talk shit, but he also backs it up. And right now he's talking about killing the dude.
Yeah.
Right? Like he's throwing quote unquote fighting words. So I don't know that he's going to toss it. I mean, Gnome, Stone, you guys got a different fucking opinion on that?
Yeah. I just think there's too much money on the line. It's being broadcast by Netflix, and everything that Jake Paul is fucking fake, and I just don't buy it. I don't buy it that it's real, and that Tyson's allowed to just be unleashed like Mike Tyson. Even if he is 60, it doesn't matter. Like, same as what B's it. Like, this guy's training shit, and the way he hits and still moves at his age would decimate Jake Paul in this current day. I just don't buy the realness of the fight.
That's one shitty way to try and get YouTube famous. just die on YouTube.
I've tried to look at it at every angle to where Jake could possibly come out on top, and I don't see it happening. I could see it happening 20 years ago when he was fucked up and doing all that shit and was losing all the fights, and he didn't have Customato anymore, and, he was very hell-bent on crack and coke. But now that he's very much clean, and he has a very clean head, and just does mushrooms and weed, now he's like laser focused. And he definitely has some visions in his head of destroying this guy in even the ethereal plane, thanks to mushrooms. So I think on all planes of existence, Jake Paul will get split wide open and will hit that canvas so fucking hard it will make Logan shake in his boots wherever he is.
Which I hope.
Because
I hope is real.
I think it's going to happen because in reality, he has not had a person that has hit this hard before. Like, sure, he has fought Tyron Woodley, who is a very phenomenal striker who hits really hard. But Mike hits harder. He hits like a fucking freight train, Yeah. And even with how old he is, like, throw that out the window because he still can move and he still can hit as hard as he could when he was in his 20s. It's a lose.
It's probably even more because he's got that old man dad strength.
Yeah. And he's gonna knock your ass on top of the jungle gym. Kabam! Oh, look at that! You managed to get on top with no heights. No fear of heights. Okay, good job, Junior. We got this.
Yeah, he wrestles that fucking tiger too. So it's like,
right?
I mean, it's just like, God damn, dude. Like, I mean,
who's your sparring partner? A tiger?
Yeah.
No, it's the turd in the toilet that he takes out by hand every day. He's the alpha.
Built for tough.
Can you imagine Mike Tyson doing a Built for Tough commercial? That'd be great.
Yeah, which is Built for Tough.
Do you remember sucking a dick when it's just you in the ring and you just sitting there and you just sucking the dick and you just grabbing the little balls like you're supposed to and all of a sudden the dick just looks at you and it just spits in your face and you're like, motherfucker, I'm gonna fuck you up, motherfucker, and you grab that dick and you just rip it off and you're just like, motherfucker, you don't spit in my fucking face anymore, you stupid son of a bitch. Yeah, I can imagine the Ford F-150. And then he's like, Ford, Bill Ford tough.
Suckering succotash.
Oh yeah. Totally.
So Tyson, I think coming into this fight is gonna go, I'm gonna beat the entire fuck out of him and take his money. And I believe Jake is gonna be on some level where he thinks he can go all rounds with him, but may not win. If he thinks he's gonna win, then he really is delusional. But I think after his last fight with Fury, it really, I think, knocks some humbleness into him. So I think he might have a healthy dose of fear now, especially going in with my fucking Tyson.
So last question on this, and I want a real answer from you guys. If Jake Paul beats Mike Tyson, are you going to question the integrity of the fight, or are you going to give him his flowers?
No, I'm going to give him his flowers because Mike would not take that fall. That's not who Mike is.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Stoned on that one. I don't think there's any amount of money that would allow Mike's persona to throw that kind of fight.
Noam, you got an adverse opinion there?
Yeah, I just can't. I don't think Jake can win the fight, period, without it being thrown. So I just don't.
Okay.
Mike Tyson's old, but he can still move. He can still throw down. So, and even on the other side of it's like, okay, if you promise me 100% there's zero thrown whatsoever, it's a completely genuine fight, then I'm going to still switch gears and say, okay, so you beat a 60-year-old Mike Tyson.
Right.
Exactly.
Fucking do. Like,
Right.
yeah, I can't. But
I mean, I could, but I'm not going to call him out on it.
but at the same time,
I got to hang some more cabinets this weekend. It's going to really kind of conflict on my
I got to take care of
schedule.
some kids, and I got to grab shit out of a toilet with my hand, and it's just not time.
I got to film a new Ford commercial.
All right, so that brings me to my next question, and this is where I was setting it up. So if you had to fight one celebrity, and by winning you take their money, I want to know who you're going to fight, and I want you to set it up and tell me about it. So Stone, I'm going to start with you.
Thank fucking
Who are you
God.
fighting? Whose money are you potentially taking, and what does that look like?
Hell yeah. Oh, you know what? I forgot to look up this statistic real quick. Hold, please, with some beautiful elevator music.
18 is the legal age of consent.
Fuck, it's not 12.
Doesn't count if it's your sister, though.
Okay, it's 200. It's 200
There's no
million.
statute of
Okay.
limitations on murder.
So, I'm going to beat the ungodly shit out of this woman and take all of her money at the Stone Safe House on New Year's Eve. It's going to happen.
On New Year's Eve.
On New Year's Eve, I'm going to leave her in her own goop, if you will.
Gwyneth
Winnie,
Paltrow?
You done.
Well, she already got
You
her ass
fucking
whipped
done.
by fucking Paula Deen in her celebrity death match.
Done. Don't give two shits. Nothing that none of the negative press that comes with it. Because guess what? I got that fuck you money now. And I don't give a shit. So fuck you. Low hanging fruit. I see you, Jake Paul. Hats off to you, baby.
Yeah, because fuck, what's Jake Paul's cut? Like $20 million if he gets his
Something like
shit
that.
Oh,
pummeled?
you know he's going to be getting like a good chunk of change. Oh, what did he... Was it Tricider? No, not Tricider. What's the... Or Triller? Whatever fucking platform hosted the other ones. I think he made away with like 20 million in each. He made away with so much money that he lives in a fucking gigantic mansion on the beach in Costa Rica. It's like he made away with plenty of money on those fights. But this one, like, I definitely think this one's going to be a lot higher than the other ones for sure. But yeah, I'm going to fight Gwyneth and I'm going to take all of her fucking goop money and I'm going to say, yeah, for feminism.
Here, buy this fart-scented candle.
I'm about to show you some equal rights.
I'm going to say justice, insert skier's name that lost the lawsuit. Justice for so-and-so.
This
I'll kick
may
him
be
$500,000.
unpopular opinion, and this person is a native New Yorker, which tends to not be a bunch of pussies, right? So they say.
Yeah, it depends.
But this person, I feel like, has a shitload of money, and they don't flaunt it very well, which is a good thing, which means they have it really, really stacked up. And I'm going to enjoy this. And not only that, by beating the ever-loving shit out of this person, I'll get to hear some really good impressions at the same time of him asking me not to beat the ever-living fuck out of him. And I'm going to pick Adam Sandler. That's who I'm taking out.
You think you can take Adam Sandler?
I 100% think I can take Adam Sandler.
Dude fucking plays pickup basketball like 8 times a day, and you think you're going to take him from your fucking armchair?
Yeah, sure do.
Would you like?
Good for you, man. Can we make this happen?
Yeah, we're gonna start holding bets at the safe house. Negative 400 to 1 Gnome, and positive 50,000 to 1 for Adam Sandler.
Would you like to fight Nomi?
Let's all put it on Adam Sandler because he's going to win, and we're going to make everyone money, and then Gnome's going to pay for it. So we'll be good.
All right. Well, that's a good pick. I would love to see that fight. I believe you when you say you think you can take him. Maybe he just can't swing down low, but that would be a good fight. I think you'd have to earn your money for that one.
Maybe. I mean, he did take a good punch and a good elbow in The Longest Yard, but that was scripted. That's fake. And Michael Irvin was a cowboy, so he hits like a bitch. So,
right.
I mean, let's be real.
Exactly.
Let's be real.
Exactly. All right. Well, Beezy, who you got? Whose money you taking? Who you whipping?
So, first I want to start. Stone, what was the net worth of...
On Gwynny, 200.
200 mil?
200 mil.
Gnomeskis.
Let me get
Sandler's like 400 or 500 million.
100.
440.
Or half a billion.
Good guess. 440.
Fucking A. I split the diff. So originally when you brought this question to us, I felt like the obvious answer was Stephen Hawking. But then I looked at how much money he had, and I was like, yeah, that's fucking chump change. I can get bigger fish. So then I looked at Rihanna and decided against that because she can take a hit.
She will kick your fucking ass, dude.
Rihanna will fuck you up.
She definitely can absorb some punches. So then
under her umbrella.
Ella, eh?
Ella.
Shine bright like a diamond.
For her, it'll just be work.
Well, she took Chris Brown's hit pretty good.
That's made her famous as shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, I ended up settling on somebody that's got a fuck ton of money. And
Oprah.
You guys got some little bitch monies. I'm going after George Lucas's old ass. And then I'm gonna beat his ass with a fucking overpriced Disney lightsaber.
$5.6 billion net worth. Jesus.
They're saying about 7 right now.
Rough estimate. He still got a bunch of it. He still got a bunch of it in stocks at Disney. So you got to
That's why they're saying so.
Hedge him out at Disney.
It was about $10 billion. And then
they started remaking all those movies.
He started losing his fucking ass. Yeah. So I was like, I gotta catch this shit on the drop.
The Dark Side of the Little Mermaid, those kind of
things. They're about one remake away from a fucking rocket.
So yeah, basically that's where I was at. I settled on George Lucas, my friends.
I went with some low hanging fruit. So this bitch just became a billionaire. I know I could take her as long as I didn't have to chase her. I would beat
Rosie
the
O'Donnell.
ever-loving snot.
Really?
Nope. I would beat the ever-loving snot out of Taylor Swift. I would just kick her fucking ass. And you know what?
Flink.
If Travis Kelce or whatever Kelce brother comes and just beats my ass afterward, that's fine. At least I earned my keep.
Just sit on him.
I could beat the shit out of Taylor Swift, and as long as I don't have to chase her. And then I end up with at least a Billy. So I'm totally fine with it, and that's where I was going to go with this one. But I think we got some good picks. We need more celebrity fights, dude. We do. I really want to see this Musk versus Zuck fight. That'll never happen.
Nope.
And it's just never going to happen on the premise of it's just never going to happen. But I think we should have like an Alec Baldwin versus.
Nope.
You know what I mean? Like
nope. He already went. He brings unloaded guns.
Oh, shots fired.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Mark that clip.
Oh shit!
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
All right, so
hey,
final segment of this episode.
I was going to ask real fast. Did you guys see the fucking eclipse that happened today?
No, I was working.
I had a job, dude.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah,
but it was funny that while we were working, I was one of the surgical assistants today. So in our room that we're setting up our tables to go out, we use a phone for music, and so I had my phone on and I put it on the All Out 80s on Spotify. And I thought it was comical that I'm sitting there and Total Eclipse of the Heart came on. And I was just like, what are the odds that this song came on?
Nice.
And it's only 3 seconds longer than apparently the blackout is. But I sat there and I thought to myself, if the whole world is going to get blacked out, I might as well get blacked out drunk today. But that just didn't happen either. So
happened
it's
a
just
lot
one of
on
those
Facebook.
fucking stupid-ass things. Yeah. All right, boys. Well, we got some time left. We want to go ahead and do the Urban Regret, the commercials?
Yeah, let's do it.
Urban Regret, the commercials.
All right, perfect.
I need to piss.
So, again?
Again?
Well, yeah, I'm
I
sure
just
you pissed
started.
at least once today.
Well,
You just started pissing?
I mean, yeah, I just figured out how to do it.
Oh, well, way to go.
I'm a
Way to
virgin.
go. I'll tell you what. I'll skip you, BZ, and I
Okay.
will start with Nomi.
Sweet.
So, Nomi, let's go ahead and get you started on the Urban Regret commercials.
Okay. Hey, gang, Gnome here. Formerly of Dad's on Dayquil, that fucking stupid podcast. Does life have you down? Are you just sick and tired of the grind? You barely have time to stumble out of bed and have breakfast every morning? Well, just skip that gay-ass meal and wait for Blunch. That's right, you heard me, Blunch, not Brunch. Brunch is for those fake-tittied bitches who love mimosas and stealing your credit cards. And yes, Beezy, who's fucking not here now, we know you love mimosas too, but we aren't talking about you right now. So you, listening to this shit, skip that early bullshit and wait for noon for your bowl of honey blunches of oats, or maybe some blunch meat with the Miracle Whip. Either way, kick off that day at noon with some blunch, bitches.
Blunch bitches. I fucking love that. That's awesome. You know what's funny is I logged on to Urban Dictionary, and that was the first fucking one on there for me, too. That was Blunch. All right, Stoned, let's go with you, baby.
Let's do it. Have you ever been so tired of fucking the same chick for many years without end? Do you want someone to take over the job but have concerns about who's gonna do it? Well, I've got the solution for you. Take down the number 1-800-286-6464. That's right, 1-800-COMIN'. Because at Houdini's Wife Fuck Service, our gigolos are ready to lay the pipe while you can rest your ass and drink some Coors Light. Just ask Dan. Hi, I'm Dan. I've always hated dicking down my cunt wife ever since she threatened to divorce me and take all of my money, after she caught me pissing into her mom's ass. But now, thanks to Houdini Gigolo Service, I got someone to come out and plug old Porky McFuckface 3 times a week. So now I can get some truly justified God's work done that truly, truly matters, which is watching the Cowboys lose their Super Bowl dreams year after year. Houdini's White Fuck Service is available right now, so call immediately. Houdini's White Fuck Service is not responsible for pregnancies, STDs, or failure divorce prevention. Brought to you by Stone Safe House.
I love it.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Hey, Beezy, I got a quick question for you. Just random question.
Yes.
Do you like mimosas?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
Fucking liar. Fucking goddamn liar.
That backfired.
That backfired pretty quick.
I mean, yeah.
You'll hear it on the playback. You'll hear it on the
Yes,
playback.
I love it.
The turntables.
All right.
Oh, how the tables turn. Oh God!
All right. Well, I guess I'll go since Beezy's still on shake number 3 on the wiener. All right.
Well, it's shake more than twice. You're playing with it, and I already came, so I'm done.
Oh, sorry. We ended at shake 3.5. My bad. My bad.
It's a long shake.
That's pretty long.
That's not what she said.
It's a long shake for a short dick.
It's kind of like those little those little optical illusions when you take a pencil and you kind of make it look wavy. I try to do that to make it look a little bit longer. It don't work. It makes me feel better.
The wife too. Oh shit.
No, because I usually do that when I'm inside of her, and then it's just really awkward. She's like, "Quit. It's not going to get any bigger."
Quit.
All right, Pinocchio.
Tell me a lie.
Oh, all right. Here we go. Are you tired of being called the white boy at the local cookout? Are you tired of bringing flavorless chicken to the cultural appropriated wing fest? Let me introduce to you Caucasian seasoning. We all know that white guy who brings the stuff to the cookout. He lacks the diverse flavors and he brings a whole lot of dad jokes. But it's time that he stops blending into the background of cookouts and adds a little spice to the dishes without stepping out of your comfort zone. Say goodbye to bland barbecue and say hello to Flavortown with Caucasian seasoning. Whether you're grilling burgers, chicken, or veggies, Caucasian seasoning is the perfect blend of herbs and spices to elevate your cookout game. With Caucasian seasoning, you'll be the talk of the cookout, so why wait? Grab a bottle and bring your favorite flavor to the gathering. Warning, Caucasian seasoning is caused by the murder of young boys. White boys, to be specific, and they're grated. They're grated into minute particles to put on your chicken. That being said, every cultural person will love the taste of young Henry or young Dave. Caucasian seasoning. It's time to spice up the cookout.
As long as it's not young Dick.
Spotted Dick.
Oh, Richard.
Spotted Dick.
Easy, I thought you spit into the same drink you were drinking out of there for a second. I was like,
I might have.
dude.
Now grab another.
All right, Beezy, your turn for the commercial, my man.
So are we throwing him words?
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
gonna pick it or what?
So
Yeah, Metal Dan.
here's the deal. I suck. And full disclosure, I didn't think we were going to get this far. And
That's what she said.
I didn't
That's what
do
she-
it. That is what she said a couple of times. And then she says, stop it. So yeah, I suck. And I honestly, halfway through the week, I completely forgot we were even doing this segment. So, somebody ring in what I'm doing here.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a product called the Velcro Kitty. I am not going to give you the definition.
But that's what I was gonna ask. Are we just giving words and then we're not saying the definition?
Just a word, and he's going to have to go off and make assumptions.
So this is a product.
What do you guys say, no?
I was gonna give my word because then he's gonna pick out of ours which
No,
one he wants
fuck
to
it.
do, right?
No, I'm going to do all three of them.
Okay.
Cheers.
Composer.
Oh, that's easy.
Sir.
Like Mozart,
Right.
but come, right? Composer.
Yep,
Okay.
I'm with you.
Got it.
That's why I said
Stone,
easy.
you got a word?
Zebra.
Velcro Kitty. Super simple. This is the new invention that didn't quite take off, but because of the initial cost to the females, but basically what it is a new, you surgically implant Velcro to your labial majora, and you have new panties that you have to purchase that has a built-in pad for when your aunt period shows up. And And it's just the reason it didn't take off is because it was super expensive. Because instead of buying like a 10-cent pad, you're buying a $35 set of underwear. So yeah, that's the Velcro Kitty. Composer. This one is a person who has the ability. He's basically a retard, and this retard has been given special privileges because they know he's a retard. But he has the innate ability to shoot a load whenever he hears any sort of classical tune, specifically piano. Unfortunately, there's a lot of piano played in churches and schools, so composers are not allowed on those locations. There is strict enforcement on that, and they do have bracelets. So that's a composer. And what was the other one? Zebra. I can't believe you picked this one. This one's actually pretty gross. A zebra is a serial killer, and it's a very special breed of serial killer. And what they like to do is they specifically target the African Americans. And what they'll do is they'll fillet strips of their skin because it's the ebony beauty. And then they come on it and try to make their own mannequin with the strips of African American skin and dried semen. And that's a zebra.
Jesus Christ.
Amazing.
Well, we've just lost the black listeners.
I mean, let's be honest.
2 of them.
We're all white. We didn't have any of them.
Oh, man.
The token
Episode
minority
14. We made it to episode 14, everybody. That was the end of the Raunchy Regret Podcast.
That was the one that did it for us?
That was the one.
That was the one?
It was the one.
I think it was the more tame one, to be honest.
That one felt good. We should do that one more often.
Just on the spot. Just do random Urban Dictionary.
Should we tell them what like each one actually means?
Yeah, that'd be great. I'm curious to see how far off I was.
So Velcro Kitty is an annoying, neurotic house pet that craves attention like an addict craves drugs. If you start petting it, it will expect you to keep stroking and rubbing under the chin indefinitely. You push it off 98 times, it crawls back on you 99 times, purring, rubbing, kneading, licking, drooling, and looking cute. A black, bottomless hole of need. It sticks to you and can only be removed with force, a condition known as cattic cling. These episodes frequently occur when unsuspecting human target is playing computer game or reading a book or trying to write. Putting on formal or expensive clothing that shows every single cat hair is also a trigger to Velcro Kitty behavior.
I feel like those were pretty close. Your definition and mine.
I'm going to go ahead and say that mine will not take nearly as long to explain. A composer is a person who fakes orgasms.
So pretty close. I mean, I'm 2 for 2.
Yep.
That's actually genius of that little retard boy getting out of going to learn how to play the piano. Oh God, little Timmy came in his pants again. I learned that one from TV.
It gets hot when I touch the G.
You ever suck a dick? You ever suck a dick so good that you got to punch it?
Bill Ford tough.
You got a definition for zebra, Stoned?
Yeah. Zebra is an obscure illness, disease, or condition affecting a comparatively small number of people, but with symptoms somewhat similar to one or more different and more common illnesses.
I feel like I nailed that one on the fucking head.
You actually
serial
did,
killing is pretty goddamn rare.
When I first read it, I went, "No, that's when you come on a black chick's stomach." That's what my thought of what a zebra was.
The other one, let's go. The other one that I read in there for zebra, because I had already exited the Urban Dictionary, I had to pull it back up. There's multiple definitions for zebra. One of the ones that I thought was funny was the offspring of a white and black person.
That's an Ernie.
And then you know how they always give you the example. It said Barack Obama's a zebra.
Oh shit! Oh,
we can't get blamed. This is Urban Dictionary.
This is Urban
That's
Dictionary.
true. Plausible
It is not
deniability, just
our
like the
definitions.
president, baby. We ain't born in Kenya. We're good.
We ain't
Hawaii,
born in
baby.
I ain't no zebra.
I am McLovin.
I know.
Were you born in Kenya and became president? Are you a zebra walking around on the face of the earth? Are you just looking for blunch and a cum poser? You might be listening to the Raunchy Regret Podcast. Episode 14. It's been a fucking blast with you boys.
That's what it feels like to drive a Ford F-250. Fuck you turning my music off.
I say just give 'em hell.
You ever have head so good? Nope. Come on.
Hold on.
Come on. What's taking so long?
Jesus
Give
Christ,
that
hold
Mike
on.
Tyson shove a
It's not
fist up
fucking
your
doing
ass. Good luck, Jake.
it. It won't play, Nomi.
Okay, I can do it without the music.
Here, I'll do the music for
go
you.
ahead.
Hang on, let me do
Okay,
the music
go
for
ahead.
you.
Okay, go ahead. You ever have head so good you can't believe God made someone who knew how to suck the soul out of your body, but then you open your eyes just to see your mom staring right into your fucking eyes? Well, that's what it's like to drive a brand new Ford F-150. Built Ford tough.
Watch out, you think you're big baller. Bow down to make another dollar. Stand up and hear the world holler.
I say just give 'em hell.